The Kuva Zarr is the Kuva variant of the Zarr cannon, with improvements to its stats at the expense of reload speed and maximum ammo. The primary fire of the Kuva Zarr has a stronger explosion, and the secondary is a barrage with no range cap. The primary projectile of the Kuva Zarr launches cannonballs that explode in a 7-meter radius on impact, and split into 4 smaller bombs. The explosion inflicts self-stagger. The barrage fires like a shotgun. It has innate punch-through of 1.6 meters and multi-shot of 10. The primary projectile has impact damage, while the explosion deals blast damage. The secondary fire has puncture, impact and slash damage. Like other Kuva weapons, the Zarr gets 25 to 60% elemental damage from the progenitor of the Lich. Mine has heat, but Toxin would also be a good choice so that you can drop an elemental mod from your builds. This weapon has a very high critical chance with a high critical multiplier and status chance. The biggest disadvantage of this weapon is its magazine of 5 and ammo maximum of 15. It also reloads 1 cannonball at a time, which can be interrupted. I have several builds for this weapon to show you. You can mix and match depending on which mods you like. I just want to show you some options. The Kuva Zarr has 3 innate V polarities. Like other Kuva weapons, it goes up to rank 40, 2 ranks for each forma applied. You could make a good build with 1 or 2 formas. I just need extra space to show various builds. The Exilus slot has another V polarity. You could use terminal velocity in there, but I changed it to dash since I think that cautious shot, vigilante supplies or an ammo mutation mod are more useful. Starting with builds that focus on using the cannon, I have a corrosive build with primed firestorm and heavy caliber that deals instant damage in a wide radius. Since critical delay has been upgraded to plus 200% critical chance, it's worth using it since lower fire rate isn't too detrimental on this weapon. Then I have a viral build with hunter munitions, that lets you deal with heavily armored targets. And you could also use galvanized chamber for more multi-shot and the primary merciless arcane. I still haven't gotten around to farming the new arcanes, so mine is still rank 2. I'm honestly not sure if galvanized shot works on this weapon. It seems that it doesn't, but it's not like it's necessary. Moving on to the barrage builds, I have the corrosive build first. It has heavy caliber, but you could also use argon scope or whatever other mod suits your fancy. Then I have a similar build with viral and hunter munitions. Since the critical chance is over 100% with critical delay, the number of slash procs per shot is quite high. Again, you could use the galvanized mods. In addition to galvanized chamber, I'm using galvanized scope, at rank 9 because I ran out of endo. You could use the merciless arcane again, but I'm using primary deadhead since I'm going to be aiming for headshots anyway, and the damage bonus and duration is longer. I usually don't aim for heads, but it's hard to miss with a shotgun. And you can always mix it up, and use a viral and slash build with both the cannon and barrage modes. I wasn't a huge fan of the Zarr when I first got it. I leveled it, but I never got around to making a build for it since I never used it. But I like this version. I think it's a bit ridiculous for a space ninja to run around with a small cannon, and the reload sound is quite nice. And it deals pretty good damage. Even without the galvanized mods, it can deal with steel path enemies.